In many design projects, you'll be modifying type. For example, when you're making an expressive or illustrated title for a magazine spread, you'll be modifying your typography. And when you're creating a logo, typically you'll take like the name of the company or person or the initials and combine that with some imagery or and modifications to the type. So the Adobe Illustrator is the perfect tool for modifying type. So let me step you through just some basic things first to get us started. Let me delete this. Okay, first things first, to type anything, you have to use the type tool, which is about 5 or 6 tools down, the big letter T. Click the big letter T, draw a text box. And when you draw a text box and you see the flashing cursor, just like you would see in Microsoft Word, you get the options available, the type options available to you up here: the typeface, name, font style, and size. And in a PC, on my version anyway, I don't get a preview of what the typeface looks like, which is unfortunate. I believe in the Mac, if you hit the drop-down menu here, you will get a preview of the typeface. I like to work in a different. I don't like working up here in the toolbar. It's just me. What I do when I'm working with type, I click Window, Type, Character, and this little window comes up, and it's just easier for me to work on. And again, if you hit the drop-down menu here, depending on your version of Illustrator, or if you're working on a Mac, you should get a preview of the typeface. Again, unfortunately, I don't, so I have to soldier on without that. So let me type in a word and apply a simple effect. Now, to apply an effect to this, I have to be able to see the bounding box. And what I mean by that is, with a flashing type cursor in here, I can type, to my heart's content and change the lettering and the wording and so on. I can select this, change the typeface, but I can't apply any effects to it. What you have to do is hit the black arrow, the selection tool. Now I can see the bounding box. Now I can apply an effect available to me. So nothing works unless you see the bounding box, and that's true in a lot of Adobe applications. So I can see the bounding box. I click Effect. The warp is very useful, especially when you're making logos or simple titles or something. So let's stick with that. So Effect, Warp, and I have all these options, and I suggest you kind of go through these. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back. Just to find out what these do. Like let's choose arc. Every effect has different options. Click Preview, and we can see what's going on here. And I I can't off the top of my head remember what all these sliders do, because they're all different for different effects. So you have to experiment with these. Let's just keep it at the default. Okay. So as you can see, like you change the severity of the effect based on what you input for these sliders. So now I have this effect. I can see the bounding box, but you can also see this horizontal line. That means this is still editable. I can go in here with the type tool and say, well, I don't like the word bump. I'm going to change it to something else, like arc. How's that for creative? So this is still available to be edited. I can change the typeface. I can change the type size. I can change the wording. Let me put my good old word bump back in here. And that's pretty much all I want to cover in this screencast. That how to apply an effect and still keep your type editable.